In this video, we're going to be comparing the Behringer SL84C to the Behringer BA85A. So both of these microphones are pretty budget-oriented microphones, although there is some slight price differences here. The Behringer SL84C only costs around 20 Australian dollars, while the Behringer BA85A goes for around 35 to 40 Australian dollars. So there is a reasonably large difference in price. So that begs the question, which one of these is better and which one of these should you get? So let's firstly talk about build quality and design of these microphones. So both microphones have the basic handheld dynamic design with the XLR port at the bottom and this big metal mesh grill at the top, just like basically every other handheld dynamic microphone out there. Now, as for build quality, these microphones do vary quite a bit. The BA85A has very good build quality and feels extremely solid in the hand. Its build quality is basically the same as the Behringer XM8500, while the Behringer SL84C's build quality isn't the best. It feels a fair bit lighter in the hand than the BA85A, and the metal is a lot thinner, and it has a plastic thing that goes around the metal mesh grill here. But I'm not saying this thing wouldn't survive a drop and that it isn't durable. I'm just saying that it feels cheaper. So now let's get on to the sound quality. So what you've been hearing throughout this whole video is the Behringer SL84C connected directly to the Behringer Uphoria UM2 audio interface with a gain set at about 80 to 85%. And I'm going to have the gain set the same on both mics because they basically use the same amount of gain. I might tweak the audio level slightly to make them sound the same volume. So this is what this microphone sounds like. Now if I do get closer to the microphone, this is what it sounds like. As you can hear, it does sound pretty decent when close up. It has a nice warmth when you're close to it, but when you move further away like I was speaking before, which is about 2 inches away from my mouth, it does lack that warmth in the sound and that bass. But what I like about this microphone is that it doesn't have too much in the high end and it doesn't make the S sound too prominent in the audio. Anyway, let's switch over to the BA85A. Okay, now I have the Behringer BA85A connected to the audio interface, and this is what this microphone sounds like. As you can hear, it does have more bass in it, and it also has a bit more high end to it. And I really do like the bass and warmth that this microphone has compared to the SL84C. The problem with this microphone, in my opinion, is that it has too much in the high end, and then the S sounds from your voice, or just the high sounds in your voice, are too prominent in the recording, and I'm not a massive fan of that. But that's not to say this microphone sounds bad. If you have a mixer or you're going to be recording this and you can tweak it later, then when you're tweaking it, you can just get rid of some of those high frequencies in the recording, and this microphone sounds really good for the price then. So which one of these two microphones do I prefer and would I recommend? Well, both are good microphones and it really depends on the voice. For my voice personally, I prefer the SL84C because it gives a more balanced sound. It doesn't have too much high, it doesn't have too much mid, not too much bass. It's just balanced, I'd say. It is lacking a little bit of bass though, and that's one shortcoming of that microphone. But when you get closer to it, the proximity effect does its thing and it does get a bit of that warmth back. I also do like the BA85A and it's a really good mic. There's just a bit too much high frequencies in there for my voice. And that's just personal preference. It's up to you guys what you guys prefer. Both microphones are great. They're both from Behringer. They're reliable and they're good value for money.